Let's travel to one of the most tense and dangerous borders where a war can start at any moment.
Highlight ng trip namin, maiwan ng tour bus.
Ito yung south. Tapos yung part na yun yung north. Mine with a heart because you are mine. Welcome to Suspension Bridge. Savoring the nature, cold weather and the breeze. The hikers for this vlog. So yung sentiments namin, 4 o'clock ako gumising, pero naiwan ng bus. So yung challenge for today. Are we going to join the DMZ Tour?
We're going to tour alone.
Hindi mapapalitan ng experience.
Pero experience namin ng paghahabol.
Stress, yun. Tapos naiihi ka na ngayon. Tinitiis mo for 20 minutes. Memorable experience.
Yeah.
Date ko kayo kung makakasama sa tour bus.
Tapos magsara din na lang kami. At least nag-update yung tour guide next time.
Oo, man. Nakalagpas tayo sa demarcation.
Next, you know.
Meron tayong
Okay,
self-transpo.
we're heading back to Seoul. Please go directly to Seoul. At least updated tayo dun sa tour guide. Kanya ko nasa natin.
From Seoul, we are heading to one of the heavily militarized border in the world, separating two countries that have been at war.
Thank you. Okay, we arrived here sa DMZ using a taxi. Na-late kasi kami.
Take note that you can only come near the DMZ area if you book a tour. And yes, we made it right in time on our first stop. We are here in Imjingak, and our tour guide is discussing some important historical events.
Bridges, right? But during the Korean War, all the bridge was destructed. Only freedom! So we call freedom bridge. But there is another bridge for the another North Korean soldier crossing over back to home, bridge of no return. Because we're giving them opportunity, they can stay, but they decided to go back because hometown families are all there in North Korea. So once you cross over the bridges, you cannot come back anymore. Famous sign, Imjingak sign. Yes, less than 1 hour, very close by. And over here is saying Kaesong. Kaesong is number 3 city in North Korea, only 20 kilometers away.
You can see the bullet shots on this last standing train that went back and forth to North Korea.
Within 3 days. We lost all the way to Busan within 2 months. The Busan city at the last corner at the Korean Peninsula. So we lose Busan, we lose everything. This railroad in order to get everything from us. Because they made the city war, Russia or China war. So they have to connect to the Russia-China with the railroad, supply all the material back and forth and military soldiers, right? So this is another history behind. And now you see the statue over here, the comfort woman, sexist slavery. They came here swimming
No.
because Korea is surrounded by 3C. Gyeongsan Railroad supposed to go through the China, through the Russia, all the way to Europe. Was supposed to be all connected, right? How nice it is if you can take a train, come to Korea, cheaper, way cheaper, right? Kim Dae-jung, he's the president, working so hard, restore the relationship with North Korea. So nowadays we have a very high tension with North Korea. Time Kim Dae-jung, the president, one of the big project with the North Korea is which is Kaesong Industrial Complex. In the DMZ at the Kaesong city, we made a joint economical area, which is factories. South Korea money with the technology, North Korea with the cheap labor. We made a joint factory area. About 250 factory invest in there. Running okay about 8 years, 10 years, but we have to shut down in 2016. The reason is all the money they are making in North Korea, they're using it, the nuclear power development, missile development, not to the people supporting. With all the money they're using as threatening us, so we have to shut down. 2 countries representing South Korea will be Swiss, Sweden. 2 countries representing North Korea, Czechoslovakia and Poland. And obviously North Korea signing in too. South Korea, we didn't sign. The reason is signing in is dividing our country in half. We want to end war with one country because we are the one country. So we didn't sign. But at that time, Korea government, very weak government, they signed it anyway without us. This is what happened to the Ukrainian. They want to sign without Ukrainian, right? Yes. So history repeat. DMZ area, because we didn't sign, South Korea, we don't have any authority inside military zone. I mean, inside DMZ area. any kind of military action, we need permission from the UN, permission from the US. But North Korea, they signing in, so they do have some kind of military action going on inside DMZ area. No need to permission from the UN. The issue going on, getting our right back. So we had like a military training with the US all the time. Now North Korea, we do not trade each other's money. We do using the same currency, won, but value is different. Illegal to trade the money each other.
This is the store outside North Korea that sells their currency. Our ticket includes DMZ Gondola Ride, the first gondola to connect civilian control line.
Tumakbo yun sa crash landing.
When you disembark at the northern boarding area, you can visit the first observatory on top of the Camp Greaves.
Next week.
Bakit kaya ganito yung land dito?
Naman talaga kahit yung mga farm dito din.
Yung parang ano nila, borderline ng anytime pwede magkaroon ng
Ayan o, may mine.
May heart pa dun sa mine.
Ba't nga ganun?
Tourist spot na yun.
Tourist spot pa yun.
I'm afraid.
This is the other end of Gondola. We decided to go down and to stroll around other places that we can see here.
Ito yung gondola, tumawid tayo.
Dito na tayo ngayon. Sa red. Dito na kami sa North Korea. Ito na yung mine. What kind of mine?
But then our time is very limited for 20 minutes.
Para hindi ka makakalangoy. If ever makalangoy ka, hindi ka makatapak sa teritoryo din.
Going to Camp Greaves and I'm grieving. Ayoko na. Ano meron dyan? Tingnan mo nga muna. Weh. Wala ka ba yun?
Wala ka sa cardio!
Ay, mataas kasi! Ang hirap! Woo! Wait lang.
Camp Greaves serve as a camp base for 506th U.S. 2nd Infantry Division. There is a hostel inside that serves as the first youth hostel to be located within the restricted area for civilians in Paju City.
It's very steep and slippery while running. Napakadelikado.
Right, our 20 minutes is over and we are now heading back to our bus for our next stop. Gamaksan Suspension Bridge in Paju is our next destination.
10 minutes
But mostly
hiking.
it is okay. It's
180 meters
hard
from
level.
mountain
It's
to
just a
another
little
mountain.
trail with a little hiking area.
30
So we'll be
meters
saving
above the
it.
ground.
And then we're gonna hiking up all top of the bridge over, and then you can come back the same way to the bus 11:05. Okay, let's just start hiking.
Hi.
Look at this beautiful trail. It's very cold while we hike this mountain. Some portions are a bit steep, but overall the trail is not tough to hike.
Woo! Maganda na yung path. Survivor! Woo! So ready ka na ba dito, Arlene?
Oo.
Hindi, gagalawin natin.
O gagalawin, ang tigas-tigas tong issue.
We're crossing the bridge. Wow! Wait lang. We're adventurous for today's video. Ooh.
This suspension bridge is a connection from Gamaksan Mountain to another, and known for being a major battleground during the Korean War. It's now a popular tourist attraction for the chance to walk across it while enjoying the scenic views.
You are here. Saan yung nag-collapse?
Due to time constraint, we cannot explore this other part of the mountain since we have to go back to our bus for our next destination.
We made it. This is the last stop. Let's go back. Okay, we are going back where we belong.
So we are gonna cross back using the suspension bridge, then hike down to the mountain trail, and to go back to our bus.
So welcome to South Korea, and we are currently on the hike.
Yes,
Yes, it's very cold. Two mountains connecting to each other using a suspension bridge. Oh, we have a history. Hindi naman, mga hill lang. Charot. Nag-hike ako ng konti before sa Palawan. mabilis lang yun eh. Siguro mga half nito siguro.
You might find some military vehicle, tank, with the trucks, things like that, focusing on this area to protect the DMZ area. All the men in Korea gotta go to the military services, right? North Korea, 10 years for the men, 7 years for the woman. It's not real military training they are doing. The laundry and cleaning, things like that. That's all the women they doing for the military system. The military power in South Korea is pretty high up there, number 5 in the world. But North Korea, number 34 military power. No picture for the soldier.
So this is the point in time that we are passing the checkpoints and we have to hand over our IDs and passports.
The walking down passage is 358 meter. Earlier, Gamaksan Mountain, you are pre-exercise. This is a real exercise for you. Because what goes down, you gotta must come up. It's the same way up. Okay? So there's another way. Go to North Korea the other way. But don't try to find the hidden way. Okay? Please come back. So this is way up. So there's a termination point. There's a yellow mark. It's dynamite traces. They're working for the dynamite. They say 1 meter per day. The total length of the tunnel is 1,635 meters. So imagine how many days they're working for the tunnel? 1 meter per day? It's a secret work because they don't want us to know. Little by little, they're digging. So from the termination point, whole length is about this much, but how much they are invading us is from the military demarcation line up to termination point, 435 meters. That's how much they are invading us. But today, only you can go down here from the termination point. You only can go up to third barricade. There's a 1, 2, 3 barricade. Third barricade is from the distance of the military demarcation line, 170 meters. Very close by, right? But you only can see the third barricade. There's a window, you take a look, and then you come up. The reason we made the barricade, because we don't want anybody in and out. I don't want you to go to North Korea. And this barricade totally sealed, airtight. Because we don't want any biohazard in and out, no toxic acid in and out.
I've taken this footage from the news because nowadays it's prohibited to take any videos under the tunnel. As you look through at the end of the tunnel, can you see that barricade hole? That is already the part of North Korea. They put black spots on the walls to make it realistic for coal mining, but the truth is, they were just trying to infiltrate South Korea. Walking down 73 meters below the ground was really intense. The path is really steep and the tunnel is closely airtight. It's actually interesting to see the history, but if you are claustrophobic, you're gonna think about it.
This is last hiking. Let's have a little fighting. In Korea, fighting is a
Last hiking, fighting.
This is the last stop for today, a short hiking going to Dora Observatory. There is a spacious theater area inside, while you sit down and observe the entire North Korea near the DMZ. Standing right in front of them gives a different atmosphere. Like, who knows when the wall was thought, right? See the DMZ demarcation right in the middle? Its right side is the South Korea. The left side is the North Korea, where you can see their 160 meters flagpole, and the Kijongdong village remains in the DMZ, where South Korea suggests that it's a propaganda tool and inhabited by any real population. The thing is, you can't come here without a tour. Just a little downside that they try to pack everything, so it felt like we were always on the rush. But overall, there's a comfort in traveling while seeing the top landmarks of the DMZ and understanding it in depth. Experiencing that being here and thinking that a walk can start at any time was just surreal. Next on Simply Lori, let's explore more about Korean food trip. Take you which market is better to shop.
No.